become since I've been with you? Who have I become since I've been with you? Well, I laugh a whole lot more, and I smile so freely, and I find myself thinking thoughts that liberate my mind. The weight of the world has fallen from my shoulders, and I'm lifted, and I know I'll only go higher with you. Where will I go now that I'm with you? Where will I go now that I'm with you? I'm inspired to explore, and I feel my power. Like an eagle, I will soar through the canyons of your heart. The weight of the world has fallen from my shoulders, and I'm lifted, and I know I'll only go higher with you.
Can you feel my love? Is it real enough? 'Cause it seems just like a dream that has no ending. It's never ending.
I have waited all my life to release this aching, and if you would be my wife, I would float away with you. The weight of the world has fallen from my shoulders, and I'm lifted, I am lifted, and I know I'll only go higher.
And I'm feeling oh so much higher.
And I know I'll only go higher with you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Grace Stevens, and welcome to Preview 3 of Welcome of Mornings with Grace. I'm pretty excited to do this Preview 3 right now. Of the first three previews, the first one I did scripted. I was very nervous. The second one I explained the themes of what Morning with Grace would be like. Today I'm titling this episode, which is the last preview, as The Journey is the Destination, or how in the world did Grace end up getting here and creating this online broadcast show? It's going to be a little bit about my bio. It's going to be pretty much free form of just me talking, which was part of my dream for just basically letting myself loose, telling what's on my mind, how my experience and maybe your experience and the guests we're going to have on the show may inspire you to become the best you and lead a better life. Couple of things. As I said earlier, I like to put up the traveling pictures in the background for what I'm doing. And what you can see right now in the background is how I spent Labor Day weekend. I hope you all had a great Labor Day weekend. I was up camping with some of my besties up in Maine, and we went biking. We went biking up to Kennebunkport, and then we drove up to Scarborough, Maine, and biked all around Cape Elizabeth. This picture behind me is a picture I took in Cape Elizabeth at Kettle Cove State Park. I love over my right shoulder. That's my right shoulder. See the ducks hanging on the rock there. I just kind of love these pictures and think about it. The idea is the beauty of nature just is inspiring to me, and being out for 3 days, camping, biking, outdoors, sleeping with the tent windows open was just fabulous. And again, talking about joy, talking about gratitude, I just love that. So now, let's talk a little bit about the journey is the destination. One of the themes that I have about gratitude, and in talking about my own journey, I want to share a little meme, a picture that I use about journeys. Hang on one second. I love this. The journey is the destination. In every moment, hang on one sec. In every moment, there's a fork in the road. The road you take will shape your future. Choose love over fear. How many times do we get caught up in not making decisions, not making choices, not choosing the road, getting stuck because we don't know what to choose? We choose fear, and fear freezes us. It's a natural part of our fear response, our anxiety response, fight, flight, or freeze. We often freeze when we make a decision. I have not always listened to this saying, but when I do, it leads me to unintended solutions and gratitude. I hope that you might take this to mind. So, who is Grace, and how did I get here? How did I get to do another one of these dreams? It's a great question. For those of you who know me, let's just get it out of the way. Yes, I am a transgender woman, but this show is not about that. This is about humans. This is about human lives and making the choices to live authentically in their lives. So let me tell you a little bit more about me. I have some notes here. Over the past 2 decades, I have had 2 major existential crises. Hang on. Let's go back even before that. 50 years ago, in 1969, I graduated from college. I got a bachelor's degree in engineering from Cooper Union in New York City, and I left New York and made my way up to the Boston area and got a job as an engineer. I spent over 40 years in the engineering world. I got married. I raised 3 children. They're all adults right now, and now I have 3 grandchildren. And I'm blessed and I'm lucky that I've lost no one in my life on my own journey. However, in 2001, I got divorced and I had an existential crisis. I didn't know who I was. I was hiding parts of myself. I didn't know whether my family would ever talk to me. I didn't know if I could find friends. I had no idea what it would be like. This crisis where I had to find more about myself and really figure out what love is and start finding how to love and accept myself. That was in 2001. In 2005, I decided to go back to school. I was still working in the tech world, but I started a program that would potentially lead to a master's degree in counseling psychology. An engineering brain and a therapist brain are two very different things, and I was holding both of those right up here, not knowing which one was in charge or how I would be making decisions. I had to remember to choose the path of love over the path of fear. I didn't expect that I would graduate, but in 2009, I actually graduated with a master's degree in counseling psychology. And I chose to, and was lucky enough to continue my tech job during the days and work part-time in a substance abuse clinic at night. At this time, I was still struggling with my own identity, my own gender identity. Between 2008 and 2011, I went through another existential crisis. This was regarding what do I do about my own authenticity? And by 2011, I made the decision to transition. The existential crisis was immense. What would happen to my life? What would happen to my friends? What would happen to my jobs? I was working in 2 jobs, but I successfully transitioned within 2 workplaces. I found myself becoming an activist, and as I started doing that work, I found that it wasn't that I was a gender activist or a transgender activist. I was really a human activist, really learning that living your authentic life was important for everyone. It was important for my kids. What I learned was that my journey to become true to myself helped all of my children learn and become more true to themselves, not living the lives that they thought they were supposed to, but living the lives that they really are true and resonated with them. In 2011 and 2013, I even started so many new things that I never thought I could do. I'm an engineer by training. Most people know engineers might have trouble with language, might have trouble with writing, but I started in 2015. I actually started writing a book, a memoir. And over the last 8 years, I have actually created and published 3 books. And here they are. And it's really amazing. I have written a memoir. Where are we here? Living My Truth. Oh, look how that green on the cover comes up on the green screen. This book, Musings on Living Authentically, is actually the 2015 blogs. I wrote over 100 blogs on Huffington Post. But I'm really excited by a book that I published just a year ago, Handbooks for Humans. Okay, this is not anything about me. This is a guidebook. And what it really is there's 96 sayings in there. And what I discovered that we, as human beings, have difficulty with our attitudes to everyone and everything that happens. And it seemed to me that our attitudes are a mixture of our experiences, our beliefs, our thoughts, and our feelings. And it becomes so difficult to hold all of these in one place at one time. And this is a workbook with a bunch of guidelines that might help you figure out how to take that path of love. One of the interesting things that I wrote, and give you an example of a guideline here, is what you know. So what you know is what you know so far. It can change at any time and often does. And the idea is this is now a guided journal where you can write down your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and your experiences. And I believe that if you write this down, this will help you create yourself as a better human being. So, hopefully you know a little bit more about me and why I am doing this work and what I'm looking to do and accomplish in Mornings with Grace. Remember what the themes are. We're about inspiration, imagination, and magic, where magic is your very own special quality, which you have to learn, you have to nurture, you have to share with the world. It's about allowing joy in your life. It's about expressing gratitude, and it's about living authentically. And I'm hoping that when you meet some of the people that will share the screen with here, it may help you get unstuck. It may help you take that next step and may help you with the unintended solutions to be the best you and lead a better life. Next week, I am going to start what I call the official beginning of Mornings with Grace. These 3 previews are over. I have a good sense of the tools, and I'm really excited that I'm going to have my first guest here. And if you've been watching the beginning or the end of this broadcast, you hear some music from my friend Lori Diamond. Lori Diamond has inspired me with her songs over the last decade to be on this journey. And I'm really excited she has agreed to join me on this broadcast next week. So stay tuned, and I hope that you will come and realize that it's never too late to be your true self and keep dreaming. So
The summer wind betrays him as she sings her sultry song. She whispers of his longing as she moans. He's lying in the sand, tracing ribbons with his hands on the imaginary landscape of her silk and honey skin. The autumn winds bring a respite from the lonely summer nights. She whispers how his fate will soon unfold. He sits beneath the tree, wishing he could find the key to the imaginary heart of the lover in his dreams. Dreaming, he's dreaming. You can't take that away. No, no, no matter what.
Bye.